Hey, Patrick Murphy here. And what I'd like to do is introduce you to our newest video series, which is Building a Barndominium. By newest video series, I also mean our first video series because we haven't documented any of our adventures up until this point on video. And by we, I mean Murphy's on a Roll, which is our handle, our tag for our family's adventures. So I am Patrick Murphy. I've got a wife and three beautiful kids and two dogs. And we have spent the last several years traveling the United States and camping out of our Rockwood Roo. Not full timers, just most summer timers. We purchased our Rockwood Roo in February of 2020. Got really lucky. Bought it right before COVID broke out. Took delivery of the camper in May of 2020, right when everyone was working from home and everything was shut down. So we were able to travel and see a lot of the United States that we had not seen before with our two kids at the time and just build tons of memories. So had a little regret that we didn't film a little bit more of that. And now that we're starting this new adventure of building a barndominium, wanted to document it, not only for our own memories, but also because I feel like there's a lot of education that uh, can be had from watching our experience, right? Barndominium is becoming a hotter and hotter thing. The housing market is nuts. People can't afford to go and build a spec home with a normal builder in most cases, especially those in my generation. I'm tail end of millennial, right? So because of this, we started looking at more cost-effective ways to build a home, and barndominium just kept coming up. It just so happened that it also fit our lifestyle. It's a little simpler, more country feeling, I guess. We have 15 acres that we're building this on in Boonville, Missouri, which is about as country as it sounds. So it just fit. All the pictures and videos and all the research we did, we loved the vibe. So what is a barndominium? A barndominium is nothing more than a home that has more agricultural properties than the normal home. It's a controversial term. A lot of people like it or don't like it. But at its core, at least in my opinion, which is worth about as much as this hat, a barndominium is going to be a post frame constructed home, which is going to be a different framing method than your traditional home that you'll find 99% in neighborhoods all across America. Most homes across America are 2x4 constructed, close together, right? They are nothing close to what a post frame is in general concept, which is going to be a massive post, usually around 8 feet on center, without the traditional 2x4s holding everything together. So picture two posts, right? And then you have these girts connecting them together, which are going to be 2x6s in most cases. These girts are going to tie these posts together and you're going to build straight up. The strength of the structure isn't necessarily from the girts themselves. It's a combination of the posts, which are carrying the load, the girts, and the exterior siding, which in most all cases is going to be metal. There are some cases of barndominiums that have sheathing, which is essentially plywood on the outside, and then traditional siding. But for the most part, people who build barndominiums are going to put a metal siding on, which is going to add to the rigidity of the structure. Then you're going to have trusses, not too dissimilar from what you're going to have in a standard home. Some folks will space these trusses out further, 6 to 8 feet. Some people will do a standard 2 foot on center truss like you'll find in a standard home. different ways to do it. Depends on the builder. And we'll talk about what we decided to do in later videos. Roofing. Oftentimes it's metal as well. So picture looking at a metal-sided building with a metal roof. Looks a little bit like a barn, right? Hence, barndominium. So that is what we're building. There are a lot of advantages to it, and we'll get to that in more detail in a later video. But the biggest one for us was it was more cost effective because it allowed me to get the home built and dried in, meaning roof, siding, walls, windows, doors, so that I could go on the inside and finish it off myself without as much complexity that you would find in a standard stick-built home. The goal is to have this done by our baby girl's first birthday. That's my own goal. That's not Lindsay's imposed goal. So we want to get this done by end of May, early June. That would be ideal. We'll see what happens. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But that's going to be the goal that I'm shooting for. If I miss that goal, then maybe I'll be lucky enough and fortunate enough to have a 4th of July barbecue. So buckle up. We've got some fun content to come, and I am excited to share it with you. We will be covering the different aspects of the build, thoughts and how we made different decisions, things like that, so that maybe anyone who is considering GCing their own build, building a barndominium post-frame home, whatever you want to call it, maybe it will help them decide whether they want to make that leap and do it or not make that leap and do it. So that's a personal decision of your own that you have to come to. For us, we decided to do it. Lindsay and I are pretty good at juggling a lot. We have for all 13 years of our marriage. So we're confident that we can handle it. And when it's all done, enjoy. So that's all I have for now. Stay tuned. We're going to have some awesome content to come, and I can't wait for you to join us.